Good morning students. It's a computer class of grade 11. Lesson is 4th lesson. Okay, fine. So we are going to see the first question. Find the error in the code. So this is your program. You have to find error in this program. Okay, fine. So listen carefully. If suppose the n value is 0 means you have to print 0. If the n value is 1 means you have to print 1. Otherwise, if the n value is 2 means you have to print 2. Otherwise, at last, if you have n value is 3 means you have to print 3. Okay. So this is the structure of the program. Okay. But if I type the program, then if I press F5 means, then it will run. It will show some error or not? Yes, compulsory it will show some error. What error? It will show invalid syntax. What is called invalid syntax? You see, the program has certain rules. Okay, according to the rules only you have to write the program. If it is the rule is mismatching, means it will show the invalid syntax error. Okay, so listen. If should be followed by a condition. Okay, then after the condition here compulsory there should be a colon should be there. So here you have to put a colon. This is one error. Okay, if you put colon means now it is no problem. Okay, then once again if I press F5 again it will show invalid syntax. Do you know why? Any idea? Yes. So listen carefully. I told you after the condition colon should appear. Okay, but what is here? The colon was given before the condition. So this one you have to erase it, and this one you have to shift here in this place. In this place you have to shift. Here you have to put after the condition only you have to put colon. Okay, fine. So this error is clear. This error is also clear. Then once again we press F5 means will it throw error or not? Yes, once again it will throw error. Do you know why? You see, first time if you give condition means you have to give if. Second time condition means you have to give elif. Okay. Third time condition means here also you have to give elif. That's another okay. But after elif, what should come? Condition should come. But you are writing the condition in the next line. That is error. You see, elif and the condition should appear in the same line. Elif and the condition should appear in the same line. So this condition you have to strike out. Okay, you have to cut and you have to write here. Straighten up elif n equal to 2 colon. Understand? Okay. Then press enter. Then immediately after the colon, the line should be print 2. Okay. Now this error is clear. This error is also clear, and this error is also clear. Then once again, if I press F5 means will it throw error or it will throw output? Yes. Once again it will say invalid syntax. What is invalid syntax? You see, suppose n equal to 3 means it should print 3. That's another okay. But before the condition, what should come? Either, you see, this is a condition means, okay, in this place, either, see, just a minute. Listen, assume that this is a condition. Before the condition, either you have to write if, otherwise you have to write elif. Either you have to, before the condition, either you have to write simply if or you have to write elif. But here, before the condition, what is there? Else is there. Okay? Else, no need of any condition. So before the condition, you should not write else. You have to write if or elif. Which one? Yes. First time only you have to write if, and next time, and all you have to write elif. What? Elif. In the place of else, you have to write elif. And now, if you press F5 means, okay, what will happen? It will run or not? It will run with no error. thing is that you have to give the value for n. Okay, so n equal to 3 means what will happen? N means what? 3. 3, 0 equal or not equal. So this condition is false. Then 3 equal to 1. This condition also false. And 3 equal to 2. This condition is also false. Then 3 equal to 3. This condition is true. So it will print 3. So now the output is what? TH or EE3. That's all. Understand? So hope you understand. Shall we go for the next question? Super. Okay students, listen. What is the following code is doing? What is this program is doing now? Any idea? Idea or don't idea? Okay. So listen, after getting the output only, I can be able to get some conclusion what this program is exactly doing. Okay. So listen, if the input is 3 means, what is the output? We can check. If the input is 3 means, what will be the output? We can check. Okay. Listen, enter an integer. That means what? So first, enter an integer will be printed. Okay, fine. Then it will ask keyboard input. You know keyboard? It will ask the keyboard input. So you have to give any integer number. Okay. Suppose if you give the number 3, so that 3 will be stored in n. Because of this input, if we receive 3, that 3 will be stored in which place? N, right? If n is less than 1 means take a pencil. Above the n, you write 3. 3 is small. 3 is small, and n is big. Is it true? This condition is definitely what? False. That means this line will not execute. Okay? So listen. So else case will be executed. Okay. What is this? For is there. Okay. I already told you what is called range. Okay. This is starting value and this is shocking end. Okay. So this is 1 and this is n plus 1 means what? N plus 1 means 3 plus 1. You see, n plus 1 means 3 plus 1. Actually 3 plus 1 means what? It is 4. So range, what is the range value? Okay, starting with 1, okay, then increase by 1, 2, 3, and since it is 4 is here, shocking end, you should not write 4, so only write 1, 2, 3. What is the range value? Starting with the n 1 and ending before 4. Starting with 1 and ending before 4. So that's why I write 1, 2, 3. Okay. For the first round, I value is what? Super. I value is this one. I value is what? This one. Okay, right. So it will come inside. It will print I star I. What is the value of I? 1. That means 1 star 1. 1 star 1. Super. Very good. Brilliant. Okay. So 1 star 1. So 1 will be printed. Then again we go to for loop. The control flow of the program again go to for loop. What is the value of I? Yes, now 1 is finished. Now it will take 2. At present I value is what? 2. Super. Now it will come here. Print I star I. That means what will be printed? Print 2 star 2. 2 to star 4. Marvelous. So 2 to the 4, the 4 will be printed. Then once again we go to the for loop. What is I value? Yes, it will take the third value. What is third value? It is 3. So I value is 3 now. It will print I star I. That means I value is 3. So 3 star 3 means what is the output? So 3 3s are 9 will be printed. Then the control flow will go to the for loop. The I is trying to take some input, but here after 3 nothing is there. So this program is finished. fine. So you see they are asking what is the following code is doing. Now you see the output. Suppose if you give the value of 3 means 3 as a number means it will print 1 square, 2 square and 3 square. Suppose if I give the value 5 means 1 happen, it will print 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square and 5 square. Am I right? That means 1, 4, 9, 16 and 25. Am I right? Super. So what this program is doing now, whatever your number is there now, it will print the square of the number starting from 1 square to up to n square. Okay? So this program is nothing but it will print 1 square, 2 square up to n square. This is the job this entire program is doing. It will print what? 1 square, 2 square up to n square. This is the job this entire program is doing. That's all. Understand? So hope you understand. Shall we go for the next question? Okay, right. So okay students, now we are going for the third question. Find the output. Okay. So n is equal to int input enter an integer. That means what will be the output? Okay. First it will print enter an integer. Okay. Here we can write enter an integer. Okay. Then you have to give the keyboard input and that should be definitely a number. Only the number you have to give. For example, I am giving 3. Okay. So I am giving 3. So this 3 will be saved in n. What is n value? It is 3. Right. Now, if n is greater than 0, it's a condition. So above, take your pencil, above the n, you write 3. Super. 3 is big and 0 is small. Yes, absolutely this condition is true. Okay, so that this part will be executed. It will be executed. Right. Then for a in range 1 comma n plus n. What is n plus n? That is nothing but n is 3. Such that this is 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3 is nothing but 6. That means the range value should be starting with 1 and ending before 6. The range value should be starting with 1, okay, etc. and ending before 6. Before 6 means what? 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And this is the range value. Okay, so this is the question, the programming question, and this is the part you have to write in your by your pencil. Okay, fine. So listen carefully. The excuse me. A is a variable. Well, this is the first value. What value? Well, this is the first value 1. What is A value now? It is 1. Okay, fine. So print above the A you are right. What right? Yes, 1. Above n you are right what? Above the n you are right 3. Okay. So 3 by 2. You see, a big bracket is there, a small bracket is there. Which one you have to do it first? You have to finish the small bracket first. Okay. The small bracket is 3 by 2, which is 1.5. Okay. So 1 by 1.5. 1 by 1.5. 1 by 1.5, if I calculate means, I think my calculator says it is 0.666, etc. Okay, so 1 by 1.5 means the output is 0.666, etc. Okay, fine. So this part is over. Then again it will go to the for loop. Why this again goes to for loop? Because here so many values are there. Okay. Yes. So listen carefully. So the 2 will be received by A. Next round the 2 will be received by A. Now A value is 2 now. So here this part will print as above the A you have to write 2, above the N you have to write the same 3. So this part the denominator is always 1.5. Why? N value is not changed. N value is not changed. So 3 by 2 always the denominator is 1.5 only, no doubt. For the numerator it is 2. So 2 by 1.5, if I calculate my brain means the answer is, I think it is 1.33 I think so. Okay. So the answer is 1.333. 1.333. Okay, now listen, it will go to the next round. It will receive 2 also receive no, 1 also finished, 2 also finished. Now it will A will receive the value 3. A will receive the value 3. Okay. So now print above the A. You have what to write? You have to write 3 by 2. That means I told you already that denominator is always 1.5 and the numerator is changing now. A value is changing. So what is this? 3. So 3 by 1.5. What is the answer? So double the 1.5 is 3. So the answer is 2.0. Okay. The answer is 2 or 2.0. You tell me. For this question, if you write 2 means I will put into mark. It is wrong because this is an integer. This is a float. Decimal point irukla. So it's a float. Okay. So the answer also will come in decimal point. So 3 by 1.5, the answer is 2.0. Okay, fine. Then once again it will go for the next row. It will receive the value 4. So A value is 4 now. Above the A you have to write 4. Always the denominator is 1.5. So here 4. 4 by 1.5, the answer is, what is the answer? 2.333 or 666. It is 2.666. 4 by 1.5. The answer is 2.666. Okay. Then the A is there. Okay. So the A will receive the last value as 5. See. A receive all the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now A value is what? 5. Now come here. Above the A you have to write what? You have to write 5. Okay. So 3 by 2 means what? 3 by 2 means 1.5. Okay, it will never change. Okay. Now what is this? 5. So here you have to write 5. So 5 by 1.5, the answer is, if you calculate in your brain means, it will tell you, I think it is 3.666. Okay. 3.666. Okay, fine. Then here only be very careful that A is there now. A trying to receive the next value. A will receive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now A is trying to pick up some other value. But here there is no value. So what will happen? So this part is finished, going to finish. So you see, this is called as what else? If else or for else. Yes, the for and the else both are in the same level. Can you understand? The for, see this if level and the for level is different. Here the for level and the else level is both on the same level. So that this else is what else? This is loop else. This is for loop else. So when this for loop will be executed no? For else, when this all the for loop will be totally finished now, and that time this will be executed. Okay. So now in the for loop normal finish achana. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then in the this place it has no value. Okay. So andha mari varumbodhu this for loop is going to finish, and that time this for else will be executed. So now quitting will be printed. Now Okay, here print. Okay, now you tell me what will be the output. You see, the entire integer, this part, this part, this part, this one, 2.66, everything will be printed, but this now putting will not be printed. This now putting will not be printed. Why? Tell me. Because this else is here. This is not for else. This is in the category of if else. This is what else? This is if else. So that, okay, either the for else or if else are. This is if else. So that this condition is true, no? So that this else part will not be executed. If else render irundhuchna, if execute aachuna, in the else part execute agadu. So since this condition is true, this else part is fully will not execute. That's why now putting is not printed, whereas because of the for loop, everything will be printed. So in the else, if it will not print now putting. In the else, in the for it will print now putting. Understand? So this is the difference between for else and if else. Got it? Okay. So thank you very much. Okay students, now listen carefully. So in this question, we are going to see how to convert the while loop to for loop. Okay. So while loop is that you have to convert this while loop to for loop. Okay. So listen, this is the while loop. Okay. The I value is 100. Okay. Fine. So here above the I, 100 is greater than 0. Of course 100 is greater than 0. So it will print 100. Then the I value is decrement by 3. That means 100 will become, yes, 97. Okay. Then once again to go to the while loop. Then 97 is greater than 0. Of course it is greater than 0. So it will print 97. Then one more 3 will be reduced. So it will become 94. Okay. So like that it will print 100, 97, 94, etc. etc. Okay. Fine. But if it is reached 1 means, okay, so this program will be closed. Sorry, suppose if it is reached, for example, 0 greater than 0 means this condition will be false, and that time this while loop will be finished. Okay, fine. So now only we are getting into the program. This is very simple. You still now you couldn't understand, but now you listen, you can able to understand clearly. Okay, listen. This is while loop. Okay, you have to convert to for loop. Okay, super. Then what is the for loop syntax? For variable in range, starting value, shocking in, comma, increment or decrement value, colon, block, action block. Okay, so here only we are going to write. Okay, in variable, what to write? In this while loop, I is the variable. Okay, so in the condition what is the I is the variable. So in front of variable we can write I. Okay, fine. In the for loop, starting value. Which one is the starting value? I is equal to 100. So this 100 is the starting value. So in front of the starting value, you have to write 100. Okay, fine. So here increment or decrement. Here the I values increase or decrease. Yes, I is equal to I minus 3. So the I value is decreased by 3. So in the increment or decrement place, you have to write minus 3. Don't write 3, write minus 3. Plus 3 means increment by 3. Minus 3 means decrement by 3. Okay, then you see 100. Then decrement by 3 means 97. Then decrement by 3 means 94, Okay, once if it is reached the place of 1 means it will finish, because 0, this 1 is greater than 0. Okay, then once again it will reduce means it will become a negative value, so it will become false. So starting from 100 to 1 only you have to print. Understand? So which one is the shocking end? 0 is the shocking end, because up to 1 it is eligible. Once it is reached 0 means it is a shocking end. Okay, so in condition they are clearly given 0 விட அந்த I value அதிகமாக இருக்கணும். In the condition they are given, this I value should be bigger than 0, so that this shocking end should be 0. Understand? Okay, so block means in while this is the block. Okay, so you have to write, instead of block you have to write what? Print I. I is equal to I minus 1, I minus 3. Here no need to write. Listen, I is equal to I minus 3. This part no need to write, because already we have given minus 3. So no need to write. So in the variable place you have to write I. So starting value you have to give 100. Okay, then it is decremented by 3, so here you have to do minus 3. Since the condition is should be greater than 0, the condition should be greater than 0, so that the short